Hello, it's Jose, and this is recorded discussion number 4 on racial segregation and housing. So, question number 1 is explain how the events in the video reflect what was happening in the country during the 1950s, including laws and changes in public institutions. So, the video was a documentary on the African American family of the Myers moving into Levittown, Pennsylvania, which was a predominantly white neighborhood at the time, which was 1957. So certain reflections I can make regarding the video would be about the first steps of integration still happening, even though it was 57 at this point in America. A law aspect that I thought about was the Brown v. Board of Education case, which saw the integration of people of color into white schools. And even another that popped up in my mind was the civil rights movement of Rosa Parks in 1955, and that dealt with the segregation within buses. So regarding public institutions, I guess I would connect that with public transport and others relating to public transport, or once again the segregation within public transport would be the daily jobs that were now more open, or beginning to be more open, to minorities, and even like higher positions within careers, and public utilities like restrooms were definitely something I thought about with the video and the decade that was mainly focused on, which was the 50s. So moving on to question number 2 would be discuss some of the most compelling arguments made in favor of the Myers family moving into the Levittown suburb. So 2 that I thought about were sort of similar but a bit different, and I think that's important to notice on why they were different. One was that one of the residents, and I'm making a summarization, one of the residents said that it would be a good example, the Myers moving into the neighborhood, a good example for their children, how it would show them what America really stands for and what it's going to stand for in the future, just how that's gonna turn out, And the second one was, I'm gonna use the word showcase, but basically that it's like a showcase, or just like a prime example on how integration looks like in America. The Myers moving into Levittown, that's gonna show America as a whole what, again, integration looks like in a neighborhood. So question number 3, discuss the arguments opposing the Myers moving to this predominantly white neighborhood. So one that was brought up a lot was intermarriage between races and in the neighborhood. That was a concern. I remember hearing the interviewer or the reporter mentioning fear of crime going up because of, I guess, that was brought on by the move of the Myers into Levittown. And a third one would be that one of the residents claimed that the property value of the homes in the neighborhood would go down because, or I could only assume, because of the fact that the white prestige, I guess, of the neighborhood would be tainted because a minority group already moved into the neighborhood. So I think those were like the most compelling arguments against the Myers moving in. So I think that was all of the questions. Yep, 1, 2, and 3. So thank you for listening and have a good one.